Our 2022 Appalachia Service Project took our 3 work teams and 1 supply team consisting of 13 youth and 8 adults to Bell County, Kentucky. Bell County is located in the southeastern corner of Kentucky, where the state meets Tennessee and Virginia at the famed Cumberland Gap. Its 361 acres are dominated by 2 mountain ridges, Pine Mountain and Cumberland Mountain. Much of its rugged terrain is thickly forested with picturesque streams cutting through deep valleys. We were able to stay at Clear Creek Baptist College, and this is our story.
My name is Channing Atkins. I'm going in 9th grade, and this is my first year on ASP.
My name is Grayson Denton, and I'm going into the 10th grade, and this is my 2nd year on ASP.
Okay, my name is SELENA PALACIOS-MEJIA. I just graduated, and this is my 4th year on ASP.
Hey, my name is MAYSON. I just graduated this past school year, and this is my 4th year on ASP.
All right, my name is Spencer SEAGLE. This is my 8th year on ASP, I believe, 8th or 9th.
Chris McCullough. I have been here, God, I don't even know now. I think this is my 29th ASP trip.
Our job this week was putting up a tin on the roof.
Black tin metal roof on. Black wasn't exactly the best color in my opinion, just because of how hot it was outside, but it does look really great on the house.
And the guys, me and Selena and Chris have been putting tin on our roof, and the guys have been working on board, maybe? Yeah? Okay.
The homeowner, her name is Joanne, and
she takes care of her nieces and nephews. It's a lot of them. They always come out and ask if they could have a snack or something to drink. So,
I believe there's 5 or 6 children. It's our homeowner's probably in her 60s, and she's actually kind of fostering her nephews. So she has 1 or 2 of them, and then her sister has the other kids. So she's fostering some kids.
And then there's a neighbor and a friend of them that comes out and helps us. His name is George.
That has been here every day. He's waiting on us in the morning when we get here, and it's here until we leave.
This home that I'm building, it's founded on love. Its timber is treated from things from above.
Just all around a nice guy that's made an effort to make us feel welcome this week while we've been here.
Hi, my name is Kylie Nicole. I'll be going into the 10th grade. This is my 2nd year of ASP.
So my name is AYDEN Norton. I'm a senior, and this is my 3rd year on ASP.
I'm Bella. I'm in 11th grade, and this is my 1st year on ASP.
My name is Peyton Williams. I have been on ASP at least 10 times at this point.
My name is Rob Williams, and I think this is my 15th year on ASP.
Our project has been fixing the flooring and the side of a house.
Well, we were supposed to be replacing a band joist, and it's Friday, and we're finally starting on that. So we've been fixing some stuff.
We've had to put up new joists underneath the floors to support our floors, and now we're working on the band joists outside the house.
And Amanda's really excited because she has been without a washer and dryer for a week. So we got that hooked up for her yesterday so she could start washing clothes. So it's been really good.
This week we have gotten the flooring done, which was amazing. Now our homeowners are able to use the washer and dryer and able to walk across their house fine.
Yeah, we're serving a family, the Grubbs family. It's Josh and Amanda and their 3 kids, Bella, Dawson, which is pretty funny, and Dalton. Super sweet kids. Dawson's probably the cutest 3-year-old I've ever seen. He really likes pictures of dogs, which is great because I have thousands of pictures of my dog. So we looked at those together the other day.
The family was really nice. Like our homeowner one of our homeowners, she was really sweet. Like, she was easy to have a conversation with. She has 3 children, and one of them, she has like little guinea pigs that were really fun to hold. And then the other one was just full of joy. And then one little boy, he was just mostly gaming a lot, but he was like fun to talk to.
And Josh used to work for the coal mines, so hearing about his story and all the stuff with that was really cool.
They're such amazing people. They've been welcoming ever since we got here, and they're thankful for everything we're doing. And the kids are just super fun to be around. There's a little boy named Dawson. He's just the life of the party, always trying to give everyone high fives and stuff. And then Dalton, who's a very good gamer at video games. And then Bella, who I think is an artist, so she's a really good artist as well. So.
My name is Tanner Marinelli. I'm 14 years old and I'm in the 8th grade, and this is my first time on ASP.
My name is Lana Parrish. I am going I'm going to be a junior, and this is my 2nd year on ASP.
My name is Dawson Atkins. I'm going into my junior year. It's my 1st year on ASP.
My name is Zane Glenn Emerson. I graduated this year, 2022, and I've been here 1 year, 1st year.
Hi, my name is Mason Taylor. I am a graduated senior, and this is my 4th year on ASP.
My name is Kaylin. I've been on ASP twice, one time as a youth, and then this is my 1st year as an adult leader.
My name is Rodney Denton, and I have been doing ASP for since I got here in 2004, but I think this is my 16th ASP with Memorial, and I had 3 prior to this, so been doing it for a little while.
Our project this week was working on drywall in the bathroom. Everything in the bathroom. So we did some drywall, we put up insulation.
Redoing a ceiling in a bathroom, and now we're putting drywall on a bathroom walls.
Well, it started off redoing the ceiling, and so we finished that yesterday, so now we're drywalling the walls, and I just put a hole in the floor. So now we're going to figure out what the rest of the week has in plan for us.
The actual homeowner wasn't home while we were doing the project. He is out in California getting his brother prepared to move in with him. But his grandson is here, Jordan, and he is 21.
He lives with his grandfather. He just moved from Arizona, and I'm really glad that we're helping him.
And he was really nice, super friendly guy. He would come out, he would have lunch with us, so that was really nice to get to know him. He was also really interesting. We learned that he was from Arizona, and he lived this really interesting life. And then they had a bunch of pets, so we got to get to pet the pets all day, which was really fun.
He's a welder. He welded on fences in Arizona.
He helps us unpack and pack the van up every day, even in the rain.
Our homeowner has a lot of dogs and animals in general, and I get to be, I'm in my element. Like, I get to be with all the animals, and we get along, me and him get along because of the animals.
We're the supply team.
I'm glad I came on ASP because this is my 1st year as supply team, and it's my 1st year being back after graduating from high school, and it's been really neat to see ASP from a different perspective, and it's always been a trip I really have enjoyed, and so it was just cool to see it from a different way and get to experience it again.
But it was fun. We get to take icy cold treats to the groups when they're melting and sweltering in the heat, and we get to show up, hopefully not, there was a broom that we missed the message, and it got there a couple days late, and they're never going to forgive us, I'm pretty sure. But we did try. It's fun though, because we get to see everybody.
Yeah.
We get to go to every site and see all the work that they're doing, rather than usually you're just on your own spot and you don't ever get to see what everyone else is doing.
Doing the interviews for this video, it was cool to hear how each kid on the trip experiences ASP differently and how it impacts them.
You know, we sell ASP as being this service project that we go out and we help other people. Like, we're helping this guy in his bathroom and making sure that his bathroom is functional and everything. We talk about like making houses warmer, safer, and drier, and we talk all about the projects that we're doing and everything. But one of the things that we talk about a lot also is people before projects, and sometimes that means the people that are the families that we're working with, but often I have found that the people that go from Memorial, that are on the teams, that are on the service project, that they may be doing work on a house, but God ends up doing work on us while we're there. And so it's not just a matter of going out and working for a week and coming back. I think that the reality is we all are intrinsically changed when we go and do something for another person, and we realize that God can use us, and that we can be that hands and those feet of Christ. And so for me, the thing that makes ASP special and why other people should go is the expectation that you're going to be changed from the inside, and you're going to be repaired as well as that house that you're working on. So,
especially with my first year on this trip, I was put on Chris's team. That was a really tough year for me because, like, Chris is hardworking, and I didn't know what hard work was. I was struggling, and I think going from the little 8th grader that I was to not knowing how to use a hammer to now, like, me as a senior knowing specifically how to like I know on this job site that I'm on now, like, I know how to mud walls, and I know how to, like, put up sheetrock, and I know, like, how to use a chop saw, and, like, I just know it like the back of my hand now. And me, 4 or 5 years ago, would be astounded by that.
I'm really thankful that I got to go on ASP all throughout the years that I could go. It's changed a lot in my life. It's changed me, and I hope I've changed many other people's life. It's honestly just really, it's just the best. I really am going to miss just coming out, getting to know the small towns that we come to, and, like, just find joy in, like, small moments, like looking at the mountains or a lake or an overview or something, and just having fun memories with others. So I'm gonna miss it.
It's an experience that I can't compare anything that I've ever done to this, because it's just something where you're honestly completely humbled, and you get to experience things that you would never experience anywhere else.
You get to learn more life skills, meet new people, and, like, get some great experience. It's really fun. Like, it's more than just working.
I get to help people that really need it, and I feel like I'm useful.
It's truly a life-changing event that will definitely stick through your lifetime, and you'll definitely remember everything that you learned through this trip on a day-to-day basis.
I needed something that was really to bring me up. I think it's been kind of a rough time for me and a lot of people in our country.
ASP means a lot of things to me. Like, one definition that comes to mind is love, because I think this is a place where you can just find love, and you can just everyone that comes here either comes here to show love or find love. That's been why I've been coming back every single year. I've always wanted to show love to everybody that comes on this trip, and I've just been so grateful to receive it back to me as well.
I saw love in, again, at the picnic. Everyone really just came together, and there wasn't really any cliques going on. Everyone just talked to everyone. Some families were there. So it was a good experience with everyone who's at this center this week.
I saw love from Chris and Spencer and the rest of the group being patient with me whenever I mess things up or I'm struggling with the work.
I saw it in you guys showing up and bringing us a cold watermelon one day. And I saw it in Grayson trying as hard as he could to push a piece of tin up on the roof, even though he was about 8 inches too short to be able to do it, but was trying his hardest. And I saw it in 2 kids that sat on the roof while it was pouring rain and covered up in a plastic sheet that's supposed to be used to cover the seat, so that they didn't have to get down and get out of it, so that they could keep working.
I mean, I haven't been in Memorial in a while, and it was good to reconnect with everyone. It's like we never left.
The connections that we've made with the other youth kids and some of the adults and some of the staff members, how we've had conversations with them and getting to know them better. It's been pretty great.
I saw love in my team and in the girls that are in my room. Me and Selena are close and we've been friends for years and years, but like all of the Atkins kids, I haven't seen them in forever and it's like they never left, and I just see love in how we've been talking with them and how they've fit back in with us, and we're just all really accepting of each other.
I gotta say, I'd probably see love through, I feel like maybe it's just their way of showing it, but by people making fun of me in like certain ways. Like, it's not, I feel like it's deeper than just making fun of me. It's their way of showing their love.
I was kind of nervous coming in because it had been so long, so just how open and welcoming everyone has been with me, and everyone's just shown me so much love this week. Seeing everyone again and them being so welcoming to me, it's almost like I never left.
I mean, in all honesty, I really miss my dog a lot. And so the neighbor dog, Presley, like jumping over the fence to get to the kids on the work site has been really adorable. It's just an example of love. And I have both my parents here. And so that's really exciting. For the first time in many years, my mom and my dad were both able to come. I don't live with them anymore. I used to just be able to like bebop downstairs and irritate them and get mom hugs, but I don't do that anymore, so. Mom hug.
Sorry, I had to do that.
I just love it here. I love the kids. I love the adults that I'm working with. I love that Whitney's back. I love working with Peyton and being on a team with her. I love meeting the staff. I love everything about it. Well, I've seen love with these kids. I've just been so amazed at how welcoming they are to some of the other kids who hadn't been around as much lately and haven't been able to come to youth as much lately. And I've been so impressed with them. I think they're just a very good, sweet group of people. I mean, they're just really lovely, and it's been inspiring for me.
I think that the moment that I experienced love is through Whitney in summer, and it is just cool that Whitney would take off time to be with her mom, and Summer would take off time from being with her fiance and for taking time off work and everything to come out here and just take care of us, to take care of me. And every single day we have gotten gifts, we have gotten support, we have gotten a watermelon, which was like the best watermelon. And so for me, it's realizing that they came in and wanted to take care of me. So that was where I felt love. So.
I've always, ever since I came into youth, I've always heard great stuff about ASP. It always brings people together, and it's not all about the work. I wish it was, because I kind of like that.
It's really a way to get to know somebody when you're working closely with somebody 8 to 10 hours a day, and you're kind of going through it together like anything. You may not you may not have the best weather, you may not have the best project, you may not have the best family, but you're in it together and you're in the situation together. I think it's kind of a way to build relationships with people that you may not.
It gives you an opportunity for some pretty intense relationship building with a group of people in a really concentrated amount of time. And so I think that it, as a personally, as a person that likes to do things and see things be accomplished, it is a great way for me to focus on a task with other people and accomplish some goal that's bigger than myself.
Tuesday night, me and Selena stayed out a little bit past when we were supposed to, and we just sat on our porch and had a talk. And it was a talk that, I don't know, it's just really good talking to Selena because she understands me. And it made me happy, and it kind of reset my mind for the week.
I would say the conversations I've had with people so far, like the ATKINS that came back, just getting to know them since they've been gone, and it's just pretty nice. And also the games I've played with them too, I beat them at a game and it was pretty cool. So
seeing our group work together the way we do, like even without knowing everybody and without seeing everyone, we kind of just come together and work together so well, and getting to meet our family and hear their story and all that.
Because it gave me a chance to hang out with the kids for a full week on work sites and see how hard they work. They're so funny. They've just done such a good job getting to know our family and hanging out with the kids and the dogs and the neighbors' dogs, and it's just been really fun.
I really enjoyed being a youth leader on this ASP trip, just because it's a totally different experience bonding with the kids here versus at home. Whenever you're at home, you get the silly, fun conversations, but here you get the really deep and meaningful, thoughtful conversations.
Everybody being so open with each other and just being able to tell things that they're confident sharing with, like secrets and stuff what we would never know, and it just helps us build a bigger bond with each other.
And so that's always the best part, is watching the kids and watching them interact with each other. They're just so good to each other. And they always reach out to if somebody seems sad or having a bad day. And the adults are great too, but you know.
I am glad I came on ASP because I got to reconnect with old friends and make new ones.
I'm really glad I came on ASP because I'm able to work with new people I haven't worked with, make new friendships, and even learn new life skills I'll probably need later in life.
Having different conversations with different people and getting to know people I've never talked to deeply in the last 6 years, I think that was the best experience of this whole trip.
It just humbles me to see the towns and the people, and I love learning about the new cultures, and it really just helps me to get close with everybody at my church.
It's been neat having kids that weren't members of the church that are here and have a good time and feel like they want to be reconnected to the youth group, and these trips have always sort of given us an opportunity for those things. It's nice to see that still happening.
I'm glad I came because every single year that I come, it's always something new, something different, and it just gives me some sort of feeling, and I like helping people, so it's just glad to come and help others in need. So it's just an experience that you won't find anywhere else. It just moves you in some sort of way.
So this year I was like, you know what? It's my senior year, so last time I'll go with the church. I'm going to move some stuff around, and now I'm in the middle of Kentucky without cell service for a week. So I do wish I would have came my last couple of years. Because just from the last, even Monday evening, I'd made friends with 3 new people I've never talked to.
It's very fun, and you get to make connections with people that you don't really know very well, and you get to meet things, and you get to mess with animals.
I'm just like eternally not only grateful for the skills that I've able to receive on this trip with like my handiness, but also the skills with creating relationships as well.
I'm glad that I came on ASP because you really get to work with others and you really just have a good time and meet new people.
You're together for a whole entire week, and you might get tired of some people. You might want to branch out, and so it's really nice to know that when you get home, you're going to have, this year we had about 20 people, you're going to have 20 new friends, or the friends that you already have, you're already going to grow. So that's really good to know.
My best experience this week was when Spencer taught me how to use a hammer again, because I forgot, because I haven't done it in I don't know, yeah.
That it teaches them work ethic, and that you could just make friends and have a good time overall other than just working. It's not just working.
On ASP, it gives you a chance to not only learn some things that you can carry out your whole life with the construction side of it, but also the relationships. You can build relationships with people here that you may not think you would. I met Chris really my first trip on ASP in 2014, and we became really close friends. He's my boss now, so I would have never thought 2 or 3 years later he'd be calling me and offer me a job, or 2 years after that I would be a leader in the youth. So it's kind of come full circle for me. The ASP really got the ball rolling for where I'm at now. So it's this trip always means a lot to me with that aspect, because it kind of jump started me after college. And it brought some really good people into my life at the same time. So
I feel like the best experience was actually getting up under a house and actually working on stuff like upside down, which was like more challenging than I thought, and at some points less challenging than I thought, but it was really fun to actually like do more than just like on the outside or going down, but getting up in there.
When I went here, when I went to Memorial when I was younger, I was always too young to go on the trips, and I'd always heard about them and heard about my parents going on the trip, and I'd always looked forward to it. And I'm so glad I finally got to go on it, and after not seeing everyone for so long, it's really good, kind of reunion for me to see everybody again and grow close with them again, and I've really enjoyed it.
I love spending a week with these kids. I love spending a week working. I love getting to know the staff and the families. The kids are awesome. It's just been so much fun hanging out with them. I'm glad I came.
I know before my first ASP trip, I had no prior knowledge to anything to deal with construction. So it was cool to learn some new things. And this year I haven't been able to work with that so much, but that is one of the coolest things about ASP, and just getting to help out people in need.
The work's actually really fun, so if that's what they were worried about or if they didn't know what they were doing, we have all these people that can help them. And the fellowship and the friends, it's just a really cool experience altogether, and it's something you wouldn't want to miss.
There are lots of people that that I felt like had been a part of my life growing up, that I knew but I didn't really know. And sharing this experience with them made me feel closer to them. And it wasn't just young people that I participated in this with. It was the Burrows, and it was the Lannings, and it was the Smiths, and it was the Faulkners, and years of people that came and that found an entry point into our church because of this trip. And this trip was what did that. People came here and felt like they belonged, and then felt like they had a place. And so it makes me a little bit excited about, as a church, what we will be able to do with this moving forward and what this will look like.
Right before this trip, I've been struggling with my faith a lot, and I think coming on this trip really just reaffirmed like why I'm here and why I am a Christian and why I've been brought to do this.
Lots of things go wrong here, so you have to roll with it. And so I'm just always amazed, and so that's always the best part, is watching the kids.
It's an experience that you might never get. I mean, it may be unpaid labor and terrible conditions, not the best food, in close quarters, but it's something you may never get to do.
While all these people were always talking about this trip, always talking about the memories. Even though I don't know why they're complaining so much. We have a hot shower. I always hear bad about the shower. I don't see the complaints, but.
On Wednesday I was sick. Just, I don't know, something going on. So it's really nice. We had Zane, Dawson, Mason, Lila, Tanner on my team. And every single one of those kids, every 5 minutes, checking up on me, seeing if I needed anything, if I wanted anything to drink, any food. And it's just so sweet of them, knowing that they're there for me. So whenever I'm supposed to be the one looking out for them. So it's nice to know that that's reciprocated.
I'm always so impressed with the kids that come on this trip. I mean, they're hard workers. They're just happy. I mean, it has rained. Oh my gosh, it has rained on us, and we came up on Rodney's side, and they're just like going with it. They were doing drywall, and they had a piece of drywall under a little tent, trying desperately to keep it dry, and they just were like, forget it, dancing in the rain. And I'm like, this is just such a great spirit.
When we got rained out one day, it kind of rained. We stopped, rain stopped, so we finally broke down. Left the site, and we went up to the top of the mountain, and it just serendipitously came out that we were right up there looking right down on our home site from way up on the top of the mountain up in the state park, and it was just a really cool time to spend with the kids for an hour up there, and talked and cut up and had fun.
We were struggling a little bit yesterday on getting some angles cut, that kind of deal, with some tin. The way the roof pitches, you're having to cut some tight angles and kind of head down with looking at some different degreed cuts. Chris was getting really frustrated, yelling down at us. I'm getting frustrated going back at him, and you know, we both kind of looked at each other and started laughing. And it was one of those moments where you're like, you know what, like, we're going to get it either way. We dug through, figured it out. The kids kind of grinded through. I mean, it's been brutally hot, so, you know, it's one of those times where you're tired. You want to get it done, and it's not quite coming out right. And, you know, I thought that was a great moment that everybody kind of persevered through a little bit of junk. You know, the heat, sweating, ready to be home. It's 2:30 in the afternoon, 3 o'clock. Everybody's hot. So, you know, it was oddly enough, probably not the best moment for everybody, but when you're out of the moment, it's one of those moments you look back on and you're like, you know what, I'm better for doing that and kind of pushing through it. So I think that was probably my best moment on ASP this year.
Yesterday, we were rained on in like the first 10 minutes. And so most of us were like soaked head to toe from like 9:30 on all day. So I'll speak for myself. I was not in a great mood. I was kind of frustrated. We didn't really get to do what we wanted to do because then it started raining again in the afternoon. And so I was like, we're not going to be able to start our big project. How am I going to keep the kids busy? And the family has an old deck with some stairs on the back, and the stairs were falling off. And so I was like, I'm going to clean the tools up. Y'all go work on those stairs and get them sturdy. And that's the only real instruction I gave them. And Kylie, Aiden, and Bella did it all by themselves, and they were so proud, and they even fixed the gate so it would latch on the stairs, and they were like, check this out. So I think that was one of my favorite moments, is just seeing them kind of be independent and confident and have that moment of pride where most of our project has been under a house and you can't really see what we've accomplished, but they can see the stairs that they fixed and the gate that latches now. So
an experience that it's hard to replicate doing anything else. I mean, you're not getting a great deal of sleep, you're sweaty, dirty, but it's so fun being with the youth and the adults, and we just cut up and have a great time, and you learn something every time you come here about yourself and about construction and about dealing with others, and get a chance to do something good for somebody else, and it's just a great experience.
I think a week at ASP is really good. It's kind of like, you take a step back in time because you're not connected. We don't really have service at the center. The Wi-Fi is pretty spotty, so you're kind of unavailable, which is kind of nice. It gives you a chance to just really connect with the people around you. It's beautiful up here. There's mountains and rivers and nice people and little towns. There's a great bakery in Pineville, so if you want to go to a great bakery, you should come on ASP in Bell County. It's just a great experience. It's great too to see a bunch of teenagers and college students and the staff who all just have this huge heart for service and for making a difference and for being a positive light in the world. And so if you come on ASP as an adult, you get to experience that, and it's very life-affirming to see, knowing I had those experiences as a kid and then as a college student, and getting to see other people have those as well is really cool.
All my kids all came through ASP. Rob's done it a long, long time. I've been several years. And it's just, you don't do this anywhere else. Mm-mm. You don't. And I was talking to Tanner actually, and he's like, it feels good to accomplish something. You know, you feel like lots of weeks you go through and you do what you have to do, but you can't go, look what I did. You know, you don't have that sense of accomplishment and really feel like you've made a difference.
So it's my last year that I'm able to go as a youth with the church, and it's really made me nostalgic this week. I've been looking back at not only the past few ASPs, but kind of just my entire youth group experience. And it's just made me realize how thankful I am for the people here and for experiences like this that have changed who I am. And I'm having a really hard time realizing that I'm a month away from it coming to an end. But I'm just really thankful for it.
It's been a truly amazing event that every year I've came, I don't regret it, and I definitely keep on coming back if I could.
Showing up to church and coming in the side door and sitting down and hearing it and then sneaking out the side door at the end is not being part of a faith community. It's just going to church. And I appreciate the people that participated in this like they are a part of a faith community, and that they're interested in developing people that see love and faith in action rather than just participating from the periphery.
I'm so thankful that our church sponsors this and that we're able to come. I think it's just a wonderful thing for our youth. You really see them grow up. I mean, when I see people like Summer and Peyton and Spencer and Kaylin and you know, when you knew them as kids and now you see them as adults, and they're such good leaders and such good people, and it's just so inspiring. It just really makes you feel good.
But I'm super appreciative of the adults that went and that gave a week of their time. I just thank you to people who contributed. We have not done a great job of fundraising. The last couple of years, COVID really put a beating on that, the things we used to do, and so we need to spend a little effort figuring out what better ways there are to do that. But just thank you to the people that contributed to us, even if somebody didn't ask you. Thank you for supporting the car wash, and for those of you that showed up on Sunday morning to see us off. Oh.